firing. Those guys are firing at my carabiniers. They actually killed quite a lot. Ferguson riflemen are very good. He moves his dragoons forward now because they've taken so many casualties. My cannons just keep firing, but now my foot artillery is well in range. He takes 5 more casualties there. So he's really having a hard time because of my cannons, which had a great game for me. Really great accuracy. Did so much for me to take out his light infantry and his dragoons. At this point I think I try and charge his Ferguson rifleman, which is probably the worst decision I make in the entire game, because I was not experienced at all with carabiniers. I knew what they did, but I didn't know how well they worked in a melee, and I thought, oh, they can easily take this Ferguson rifleman, and I was very wrong. You can just see his dragoons there running. They've taken immense casualties. They got up to there, and my dragoons were firing at them as well. Absolute bloodbath for those British dragoons, and you can see now my carabiniers are legging it. I don't know what. Oh, these dragoons were still technically going after those Ferguson rifles, but then I told them to stop, so they ended up in absolute no man's land, the wrong side of his green jackets. You can see his other squadron of dragoons here is attacking my Guardias de Corps, which are the best cavalry that the Spanish can get. So these dragoons are pretty easily bested, and they leg it. And this leaves him with, well, his green jackets are about to get charged by my heavy cavalry, and this will leave him with 1 unit of light infantry's Ferguson riflemen that obliterated my carabiniers. But they obviously are still under artillery attack, along with all these line infantry. Just checking how long this has gone on for. Fair enough. So you can see that I'm just charging his green jackets, and they're really not much of a match for me. I just pull my cavalry back and then I charge them again. Old rinse and repeat tactic. And they start running away. They're shattered. So that's his green jackets totally out of the question, because they were a bit isolated, operating on their own, and now he moves up a single unit of Coldstream guards. And I'm not sure if he notices that I have these light dragoons here, which have now become a pretty great outflanking force. So these guys move up. I'm not sure where, maybe they were trying to get a piece of my heavy cavalry, but I knew I wasn't going to throw them into the line against Coldstream guards with bayonets. So I pull them back, and I move up my Guardias de Infanteria, who should be good enough to handle these Coldstream guards. They do outnumber them, and I think they are just as good. And you see the shrapnel shot there, deadly as ever, still pounding his troops. And now I move up my light infantry. You can see I've got my frontiersmen there, and I've got my cazadores there to attack his Ferguson riflemen, and I massively outnumber them, and I get to fire first, and so they start running away before they get shot off. My frontiersmen here are probably about to fire. There we go. And that's just killed, I think, a good 16 of his men, maybe. So that again just swings this little firefight in my favour, and he gets his troops out very, very wide, 2 and a bit ranks. That's his Ferguson rifleman there, and I move my cazadores up to help remove these Coldstream guards. But now he's moving all of his Coldstream guards up. He's still holding his Black Watch back, which struck me as a little odd, but I don't know. He's using fire in advance with his Coldstream guards here. See, they've got the rank firing and then the rank moving up, and I'm still moving my my line infantry into position, but my frontiersmen have done really well, and they're so spread out that it's pretty hard for him to shoot them. My frontiersmen are obviously taking a pretty heavy toll on these guys, and now my Guardias de Infanteria are ready, and they do platoon firing, I think. On the other side, yes they do. Platoon firing. And his Coldstream Guards now, under 100 men, they're almost at half strength. My Cazadores here are kind of, I'm not sure whether they were, I still haven't moved my line infantry forward, or even my dragoons, so I've still just got these Cazadores in hopelessly outmatched against Coldstream Guards, but they do quite well, and they do take quite a few of them out, and I think I might have been hoping to just get a few more casualties from shrapnel shot. At this point, I do start moving my line infantry in, and although he has actually now pulled me down onto the plains, I figure that I've taken enough troops out of his line infantry, and I've still got my cannons, so I can do this now. And I start moving my Guardias de Corps. I'm still pronouncing corps like it's corps, because I'm presuming, well, it doesn't sound very Spanish, but I don't know. So I charge my heavy cavalry into his Coldstream Guards here, hit their flank, and they are shattered. They were very, very thinly spread, so I thought it was ideal. My line infantry here firing by rank into his Coldstream Guards. My frontiersmen have taken one hell of a beating, but they've done very, very well. They must have killed more than they've lost. And now I've got line infantry here engaging his Coldstream Guards, along with my Cazadores, who've also taken some serious hammering. I've still got my light dragoons here. Again, not really sure what they're doing. And I think this may well be this could be a two-part video. Because I don't want to cut so much out of this that it becomes not much of the battle, because you'll miss, like I've talked about, pretty like useful, like relevant stuff for all of this video, so I don't want to cut stuff out that much. And also, I mean, it's not a very long battle. It'll be about 15 minutes. No, probably longer. Probably about 16, 17. So it will be about 2 7-8 minute videos, because I like to keep it equal length, and I don't much like having like a 15-minute video and then a 3-minute video, because I kind of have all these title cards and intro clips for nothing. My heavy cavalry is just chewing through his Coldstream Guards. I've got my light dragoons there giving a hand, but I haven't moved my other infantry in. My Cazadores are wavering. Obviously, yeah, they're shattered now, but there's only 16 of them left, and they did remarkably well, given that they were in a straight-on firefight against Coldstream Guards. Now he's moving his Black Watch up, but at this point it's kind of too late, because given that his Coldstream Guards are so weakened now, there's not a single unit of Coldstream Guards still fighting. Well, he's got two. One's wavering, and both have less than 50 men, and my shrapnel shot there is still just thundering in. Really, it's killed a lot of these Black Watch. You see that one's down to 93 men. You can just see that is the amount of damage that shrapnel shot can do. Absolutely ferocious. And his Coldstream Guards have now all been routed. I pull my heavy cavalry back because they're both exhausted, but they have done very well. They've taken pretty heavy casualties. They've lost about half their men in total. I think a little over. That one's got 21. Yeah, they've lost a little over half their number, but they've routed 2 units of Coldstream Guards, which makes them definitely worth the investment, because otherwise I would have had to sit there and fight them myself. Sorry, I would have to sit there and fight them with line infantry, and that would have been a lot more tricky. They also did rout that unit of light infantry, which could have easily become a bit of a thorn in my side. He's got his Black Watch again, thinly spread out, 2 and a bit ranks, and my Cazadores are just sniping away at them, and he's not in range. He's got his Black Watch there, firing off against my line infantry, but I've got light dragoons moving up to support them, and there he's got 2 units of Black Watch against my 1 unit of Guardias de Infanteria and light dragoons. I didn't want to commit my heavy cavalry at this point because they were still exhausted. That is great. You can just see gradually more and more steadily just firing along the line. Good old platoon firing. But they do take quite a few casualties, and at this point I charge them in. Because I figure, hell, there's not that many of them left. About 140, so charging them in, given that they're quite spread out, should do quite well along with this unit of line infantry. They waver. That unit of Black Watch is hammered. Yeah, they're running away, and these guys won't stand up to my line infantry. So this is the only side where he's holding, and even then it's a losing battle. There's not that many of his units left. Well, there's one unit left. There's not that many of his men left in this unit, and my guys are just fire by rank, and it's a lovely technology, fire by rank. Even though this is a custom battle, it is just beautiful, the amount of fire you can pack in, and that side is running, everyone's running. It was a really good game, good fun, very close for a long part of the battle. Great thanks to Ace, who was my opponent. It was a great match, good fun to play, and I hope it was good fun to watch. I would like to play him again sometime, and thanks to him for letting me put this up on YouTube. Thank you everyone, and goodbye.